It all started with the sirens, not the loud, blaring kind you hear in movies, but the quiet ones. The kind that make your skin prickle. 2 officers stood on my porch, their eyes sharp and tense, the air thick with something unspoken. One of them had his hand resting on his belt, the other spoke the words that would change everything. "Sir, we found a child alone in your car. We need you to come with us." I blinked, still foggy from the bitter taste of my morning coffee. My mouth opened, but no words came at first. Then finally I spoke, my voice hollow, distant. "I don't have a child." Confusion flickered across their faces, but before I could explain, the cuffs were around my wrists. I didn't fight it. Part of me, some broken, battered part of my soul, thought maybe I had lost my mind. Maybe this was just another result of the madness that had overtaken me in the past. 2 years ago, everything I knew had burned down, but it wasn't in the way you'd expect. It wasn't like the movies. No yelling, no shattered glass, no chaos. It was a phone left open, a message thread filled with laughter that wasn't mine, photos of places I'd never been, moments I wasn't part of. Her smile in those pictures seemed younger, hungrier. And then it hit me. I wasn't enough. I had never been enough. Something inside me died that day, quietly, like an animal that knew there was no one coming to save it. We were high school sweethearts. I thought that meant something. I thought we were supposed to last. But all it really meant was that I held her hair back when she was sick, built shelves for her at midnight, and let my own dreams wither while I helped hers grow. I gave pieces of myself like I was handing over spare change, thinking love meant giving until it hurt. But she never bled. I learned how to smile when I felt nothing. How to say, "I'm fine," when I was falling apart. That's what a man does, right? He's the rock, the provider, the one people lean on even if it breaks him in the process. The truth is, I saw it coming. The phone turned face down, the empty space beside me in bed, the way she touched me like I was something she was clocking out from. But I didn't say anything. I needed her to stay more than I needed to feel whole. A month before I left, I found out the truth. Her lover had a tattoo of a clock on his wrist. Time wasted, a cruel reminder of what had slipped away. I didn't scream. I didn't shout. I just watched. I learned. And I prepared. I got a lawyer, moved money around, switched beneficiaries, canceled the joint credit cards. I figured out how to disappear from a marriage before I ever really left. The day I filed, she looked at me like I was the one who betrayed her. That was the part that cut the deepest. How she played the victim, a game she had designed from the start. I didn't shout. I didn't plead. I just walked away, leaving her behind in a house filled with echoes, ghosts, and a mortgage I no longer paid. So, 2 years later, why was I suddenly being accused of abandoning a child I never fathered? They brought me into the station, placed me under flickering lights. A nervous young detective told me that the child knew my name, called me Daddy. That word hit me like a blow. My chest didn't ache, it collapsed in on itself. Somewhere deep inside, that word was still alive, buried but not gone. They showed me a picture of a boy, big eyes, curly hair. He could have been mine. Had I ever been given the chance. But then it hit me. Not mine by blood, but mine by choice. She had used my name when she had him, signed his last name with mine. And after our divorce, she'd never changed it on her ID. I guess it made things easier, paperwork, hospital visits. Or maybe she just liked how it sounded more than her own name. She had a new man now, a ghost who came and went. Last night, she left the boy in his car while she went into a club. The man panicked when the boy wouldn't stop crying and drove straight to my old place, dropped him off in my car parked outside. The police didn't know any better. Neither did the boy. I was the only father he'd ever heard of. Eventually they let me go. Apologies, confusion, red-faced officials scrambling to fix their blunders. But I didn't care about their mistakes. What mattered was him. That night, sitting in my living room, the lights off, whiskey in hand, I thought about all I had lost trying to be a man in a world that doesn't ask how you're holding up. It only asks what you've done lately. I could have walked away. Let the chaos consume her. But then I remembered his eyes. And I remembered what it felt like to be a child, left in the wrong place, waiting for someone who never came. So I did something I never thought I would. I filed for emergency guardianship. I knew she would fight it, her teeth bared in all the drama and performance she could muster. But I came prepared, with reports, testimonies, timelines, receipts, both literal and metaphorical. I sat across from her in court, watching her squirm under the weight of a truth she never thought would surface. Her new man never showed up. Her mother said nothing. When the judge granted me temporary custody, I didn't smile. I just breathed for the first time in years. Not for me. For him. Now he calls me Dad. Not like he did that first day, full of fear and uncertainty. Now it's different. Warmer. Real. I'm not perfect. I never will be. But I show up. I listen. I break cycles, even if it costs me. She tries to reach out sometimes. Not to him. Never to him. But to me. Maybe out of guilt, boredom, or just to see if she still holds any claim over me. She doesn't. That version of me, the broken, desperate, soft-spoken man, died in silence. This version of me, the one I became, was forged through fire. I'm not the man she left. I'm the man who learned to rebuild. And the child she abandoned is the reason I'm not just surviving anymore. I'm becoming.